Greetings, 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 royal family. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking on the video. All right, you guys saw the title. So let's start with this whole Vivica Fox, Nene Leakes, Claudia Jordan, LISA-RAYE, Selena Johnson, I think it is, situation. Okay, so Vivica Fox apparently she has questions and concerns about Nene Leakes saying that she is going to therapy. So Vivica Fox, she did recently ask if Nene Leakes is using mood altering substances after Nene revealed that she is in therapy, partly because of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Vivica wasn't very sympathetic. Neither were any of the other ladies on the panel, especially Claudia in particular. Okay, so Nene Leakes, she has been open recently about how difficult the past few seasons of living her life out on Real Housewives of Atlanta has been. So from coming forward with how her husband's illness affected her marriage to her ongoing battles with her castmates. So it basically appears that Nene is ready to make a personal change for the better. Nothing wrong with that, right? Everybody, people make mistakes, people change, right? Nothing wrong with that. She's being open about it. Now, after revealing that she's in therapy to combat trauma experienced on the show and in her life, many were hopeful that she was on the journey to bettering herself, right? But not all people were convinced. So Miss Vivica A. Fox, she questioned if there were some more serious issues with Nene, including substance abuse, during an appearance on Out Loud, which is a panel-style show on Fox Soul, hosted by Claudia Jordan. The other co-host also called Nene out for, quote-unquote, playing the victim. Wow. Nene Leakes, right? She revealed that she's in therapy as a result of issues on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Nene's personal struggles over the past few years have been well documented on the reality show on Housewives of Atlanta, right? 12 seasons in the bag already. Now, her husband of over 20 years, Greg, he was diagnosed with cancer, and she took on the role of his primary caregiver. We saw how overwhelmed she was during that time. Some people who didn't like her, because it makes a difference whether you like someone or not, right? For some people, how much sympathy you can show them. For some people. Anyway, unexpectedly, his illness caused a further strain in their marriage that Leakes says was already taking place. Okay? They lived in separate rooms for over a year, and Nene contemplated divorce before opting to remain married. So Nene also, she dealt with a fallout of her longtime quote-unquote friend. I use the term loosely. Anyway, Cynthia, after Nene felt betrayed by Cynthia for not informing her that KHIA was going to be attending Cynthia's event. Remember that whole debacle? Now, the two, they eventually talked and decided to remain cordial after months of slandering one another in the press, but their friendship has not been the same since. We've seen that play out on season 12. So Nene, she also had been battling with Candy and Eva, whatever that situation, whatever the reason is for that situation, whether it be Nene's fault, anybody else's fault, production hyping stuff up, people, being the bone collector and carrying news. We don't know. It's all a lot. So she took to her IG Live. This is where she hosts her weekly chats with fans. I think it's called Cocktails and Conversation. And she'll oftentimes have some of her celebrity friends on there. And she's been doing that since everyone has been in quarantine. And she admitted that the past few years have taken a toll on her emotionally. She was filmed working with a spiritual life coach this past season, but has since enlisted the help of a licensed professional therapist, she said, after things came to a head during the Housewives virtual reunion. So Vivica A. Fox, that is, questions if Nene is in therapy for mental health or substance abuse. This is what she said on the panel. Again, on Fox Soul's daytime talk show Out Loud with Claudia Jordan that airs on YouTube. The hosts, the ladies, they discuss Nene's admission that she was in therapy. So the panel, again, consists of LISA-RAYE McCoy, Selena Johnson, she's a singer, and Vivica A. Fox. So this was a statement that Nene said in her Instagram video, or this is what Nene said in her Instagram video. The trauma that I experienced in the last few days, I felt like it was really time for me to see somebody. Again, this is what she said on her Instagram video. So she explained that she was bombarded with questions for the first 2 hours of taping of the virtual reunion, and that as the reunion progressed, subject matters that she felt were unrelated to the show were brought up. She talked about this in other videos on her channel as well. So she felt targeted, and she ended her participation at one point in the reunion. So Nene said, I closed my computer, I went to go use the bathroom, and I thought, I need a break, so I'm just going to take a break. Whenever I feel like I wanted to take a break, I was going to take a break, because I'm not just the person that you're going to ask questions to. I'm going to need a break a little bit more than everybody else, I guess. So Claudia was on season 7 of Housewives of Atlanta. And she was trying to stay quiet at first, but Vivica Fox said that she noticed something odd during Nene Leakes' video. This is back to the Out Loud with Claudia Jordan panel. So Vivica Fox says, I just wanted to know, did you see a little, as she motioned her hands rubbing across her nose to insinuate that her nose was sweaty. Okay. I just thought that it was a whole lot of adrenaline going on, so it must be another level of something. This is Vivica Fox saying this during the show. She's getting therapy for mental or consumption, asking if basically she was getting mental health or consumption of drugs, like, drug rehab. Mentally, something is definitely going on. This is Vivica Fox. You can only spit out that much venom before it comes back to you in a negative way. Let me just pause. Why some people have such a misconception of how karma works? A lot of people like to, that's karma, and most people don't even understand the concept of karma. But whatever, this is not. Anyway, this is so disgusting. LISA-RAYE, she was also confused as to why Leakes decided to seek therapy. So LISA-RAYE says, I don't think it's anything that she hasn't gone through with all the 25 seasons that she's done. What extra has happened? So LISA-RAYE, she also suggested that maybe it's time for Nene to quit the show altogether if it's compromising her mental state. Jordan also didn't mince her words, citing Nene's past behavior and calling her hypocritical for the pain she's caused her co-stars over time. Claudia brought up her own tense arguments with Nene as an example, in which Nene accused Jordan of sleeping around in Hollywood, lacking financial stability, and making jokes about Jordan being biracial. This is what Claudia Jordan brought up. Whatever issue Vivica has with Nene should have been brought out, plain and simple, instead of acting like a coward and making strong allegations about Nene. Okay? Kim Zolciak did the same thing, saying that Nene liked powdered donuts, and that didn't really work in her favor. Okay? Anyway, back to Miss Vivica. Here's the thing, right? Here's my feeling about this. If this is your attempt, Miss Vivica, to get a spot on Housewives of Atlanta, good luck, okay? I think that Vivica is too seasoned in the game to make a statement like that. When did Vivica earn a degree in any sort of, in the behavioral sciences to assess Nene's behavior, right? Unless she herself knows the symptoms of what she's insinuating about Nene. Anywho, now as far as someone being transparent about like seeking therapy, I don't get why people feel that they can tell someone that they're faking. You know what I'm saying? You can have your assumptions, right? People are going to think whatever they want to think, assume what they want to assume. But you are on a public platform, and see, things like this is one of the reasons why some people suffer in silence and don't seek help, because they'll be heavily criticized from the same people that should understand. Talk back to me in these comments and let me know what you think. I know that people don't like Nene. I know that, especially in this case, Claudia. But do you hate her that much to not show any compassion for this situation? She doesn't have to. I'm just asking a question. And I'm not saying that Claudia has to. It's just a question. Let's be clear. Okay? You couldn't even like fake it on your public platform with the viewers who may be suffering from a mental illness or feel that they need help. You couldn't fake it. I mean, it wouldn't have done you any harm to fake it and just have something to give the people. You know what I mean? Some sort of information that could benefit people. I just feel like Vivica and Claudia, they dropped the ball on this one, especially them being women on this platform. I think that they dropped the ball on this one, okay? What I mean by that is this very well could have been turned away from the personal issues that they might have with one person, Nene, and turned towards speaking about mental illness and maybe sharing their experiences working in the industry. You know, they could have talked about if they ever sought professional help. First of all, Selena Johnson, she wasn't saying much of anything. You know, I think that she was like I wish she would have actually spoke up, because Selena Johnson and her family, they were on Iyanla Fix My Life. I remember that. And let me tell you, Selena Johnson's father is a piece of work, honey. Her and her sisters and her father as well, they were on Iyanla Fix My Life. You know, and especially them being black women. Like, come on. I know Claudia is biracial, right? She is still 50% black. LISA-RAYE, I'm not sure if she's biracial or not, but it doesn't matter. These are black women in the industry, and a lot of them have had their fair share of trials and tribulations, I'm certain. And I feel like they could have taken this opportunity to kind of share a little bit of their experiences, or even provide some educational resources or some resources to their audience, because I'm pretty sure that they have a wide range of people watching their show, like a huge demographic, you know, age, all ages, ethnicities, backgrounds, socioeconomic statuses. I just feel like they dropped the ball. Like, again, Claudia could run her show however she wants to, but I just, there was a window open for them to show class and extend a little bit of grace. You know what I'm saying? And again, I just think they dropped the ball. This is my opinion and mine only. Okay? Anyway, Nene, back to Nene and her husband. Like she said, this is one of the reasons why she's seeking therapy, right? Nene's husband battling and recovering cancer had nothing to do with what she said to Claudia. You understand what I'm saying? And Claudia needs to stop acting like she came on the show with angel wings. You know what I'm saying? Again, somebody's going to say, well, that's her karma. Watch. I bet you. Anyway, I'm not really a fan of Vivica Fox. I never really have been, believe it or not, you know, quiet as it's kept. I think that she's very rude and nasty. I remember Kim Kimble had the show. Please, somebody put it in the comments. Kim Kimble had a show back in the day. It was a reality show. And one of the hairdressers in the show in Kim Kimble's salon got the opportunity to style a wig for Vivica Fox. And I guess Vivica Fox thought that the cameras weren't filming. She didn't want cameras in the dressing room, but the cameras were still filming. And she was so nasty to that girl. It wasn't even like the girl made a mistake or the girl was rude to her from Kim Kimble's salon. And I'm so glad that that camera kept rolling. And there are other instances that people have expressed that she has been very nasty and rude. I've seen her in interviews over the years, and she's just very aggressive with all that neck rolling. It's just not cute. Like everything, who knows? Maybe she acts that way because of the aggression that she's gotten from people in the industry or discrimination. Who knows? Maybe she could be on the defense, but it would have been nice if they would have shared their experiences, you know, lightly, or at least say, yeah, you know, things can be rough for some of us in some of these spaces, you know. But then again, it's Fox, so they probably don't want to mess up their bag. Anyway, speculating that someone who is crying out for help is on drugs with no evidence is trash. Yes, I said it straight. Trash. Here's my question. Let's say that Vivica's assumptions are correct, right? Now what? Now what, Vivica? Most people who abuse substances do so because there's a deeper issue, no? So if she was, now what? What are you adding to this? How are you edifying Nene in this situation, or anyone in this situation, if your assumptions are right? Right, exactly. Miss Tammy Roman, she shared her thoughts on Instagram, and she stated that it is true that dealing with negativity on reality TV can definitely shake you up mentally. And her post reads, as someone who's been on reality TV a very long time, your mental health can absolutely be affected. Yes, you're involved in drama, but that doesn't negate how that drama and the repercussions play on your psyche, how it affects your family, your business, etc. It's not unusual for someone to want to seek help at some point. As far as the other stuff being said, I don't know anything about that, and I've been around her several times. So luckily, Tammy Roman came to her defense. Yeah, she came to her defense, and she is speaking from experience because Tammy has been on reality TV for quite some time. I just feel like Vivica and Claudia, they act like they don't know that. They act like they don't know the gimmicks and the games that are being played behind the scenes on some of these sets. You know what I'm saying? The games that production play. They act like they don't know that. They don't like Nene. Bottom line, that's what it is. They don't like her, and they took the opportunity to be petty and immature about a serious social issue. How dreadful. So I like I said, I know someone is going to say this is Nene's karma. Have fun with that. Have fun with that, okay? So drop down in the comments and tell me what you think. Did you see the segment on Fox Soul with Claudia Jordan, LISA-RAYE, Selena Johnson, and Vivica A. Fox? Would you want to see Vivica Fox on Housewives of Atlanta? Do you think that she would be a good fit? Let me know what you think. Make sure you're liking the video. All right, on to the next topic. I'm done talking about Claudia and them. On to the next topic. Trina, right? Lord, y'all done upset Trina all over again. Trina claps back at KHIA. So a video clip of KHIA responding to the question of whether she participate in the Versus battle. This recently resurfaced, in which she directly challenged Trina hit for hit. So someone called into her show, KHIA's show, and asked her about or is telling her about the Versus battle. They were explaining it to her. So she like, oh, I want to do that. KHIA's so ghetto. I want to do that. Who want to try me like that? I got 285 hits to put on your bleep. Now, this clip was actually filmed in April, right? But it recently started circulating on the internet. And in the video, KHIA went on to take more personal digs at Trina. Because the guy who called in was like, Trina. She's like, who I could battle, Trina? She's like, oh, I want to do that. Who want to try me like that? So they suggested Trina. And, of course, that's all KHIA needs to hear. So she took some more personal digs at Trina, honey. She brought up the Miami rappers beef, Trina that is, with her fellow Love and Hip Hop Miami castmate, Nicki Natural. Remember Trina spazzed out on Nicki Natural, stormed off stage, grabbed Bobby and Joy with her, was banging on the backstage door to try to get at Nicki Natural. So KHIA had an opinion. I'm sorry, this is not funny, but KHIA, it really is funny. Like, anyway, so KHIA had an opinion about that. Like to hear it? Here it go. Why is she messing with that little young A girl and she's 49 years old? I don't know why she on TV still acting like she's the baddest B the way she looking. That girl is more woman than you, B. So KHIA was basically said that Trina is quote unquote cursed for not having children of her own. Lord have mercy. Well, Trina caught wind of this and responded to KHIA and to the blogs with a message of her own. Now, this was during her radio program, the Trick and Trina morning show. So while Trina was at work, she had time to check KHIA or whoever else on company time. Trina said, everybody knows me. I'm a queen. This is called royalty over here. I'm not stepping off my throne to address no bum, no chicks that are beneath me, and nobody that's not worked as hard as I've worked for anything. So when you girls or whatever you want to be are calling my name, talking about you want to battle, make sure you have 10 hits. Make sure you have enough records. Make sure you're on my level if you think you can go toe to toe with me, because you cannot. Now she wasn't that calm, but she was screaming and yelling in the mic, and then the shoulders was bopping. Trina and KHIA's beef is so old that I don't think anyone would care. Well, let me not say that. Nah, I am gonna say that. I don't know anyone who's gonna care to see it. I would watch though to see what KHIA would say, like the jokes and the roasts. You know what I'm saying? That KHIA would say, rather than hear either of their songs, just to be honest, you know? Oh, Lord, Trina. What's up with Trina and all this beneath me talk, right? She did this at the reunion of Miami, Love and Hip Hop Miami. And now all this beneath me. I'm above this. I'm not going to step off my throne to address anybody. That's exactly what you did, Trina. I think that Trina is really stressed out and drained. I just think she's going through a lot. She's really dealing with a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like the passing of her mother, her raw business deal, and Lord knows whatever else. Like she's going through a lot. I'm assuming this is why she's been so quick to yell and shout at people lately, right? I could be wrong. Correct me if I am, but I don't recall Trina being so quick to address anyone back in the day, right? Trina, you should know by now that KHIA lives for this type of response. If she knows that she can get under your skin, all she is going to do is laugh about this. She takes none of this seriously, it seems. Oh, Trina. Darn. But she said what she said, and she meant what she said, because she's the baddest. All right, Royal Family. So that's it for today's Hot Topics. Hopefully you enjoyed the commentary. If so, like the video if you liked it. Be sure to drop down in the comments and share your thoughts. I can't wait to read some of the comments about Nene, Vivica, Claudia, and that whole debacle. Let me know what you think about Trina and KHIA. Would you watch a versus of Trina and KHIA? I would watch, but again, with the sole purpose of being entertained by what KHIA would say. Not necessarily the music. Not that either one of them are trash or anything like that. I think they're both talented. But yeah, I would just want to see the roast and gags. I would just want to see what Trina would have to say. So drop your comments below. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. We would love to have you join our discussions here with the Royal Family. Make sure you hit the notification bell to the right, select all so you don't miss any of my uploads. So keep it respectful in the comments, please. Thanks in advance. I'm signing off for now, but I'll be back soon. And until next time, peace.